we love the feeling of family, and I think there's a lot of stuff. We've made a few comments up till now about 2020 and what it's been, but honestly, it's a great reset. It's a reset of relationships. It's a reset of values. It's a reset of priorities and what's real, right? In where are we at? Are we where we wanted to be by now? Or do we that kind of stuff, right? So we're just going to move forward here. iLeverage, and we're going to talk a little bit about lifestyle. We're going to talk about what do you want? Why iLeverage? What do you want out of this? Because nothing else matters if you're not getting what you want out of it. We are investing the next 2 to 3 to 5 years or longer or 10 years into a career, into a business, and you're building something to create a legacy. What do you want out of that? Right? So that's what we want to talk about. Where do you want to be 5 years from now? Everybody blink your eyes once for me. Just blink. There goes 5 years. Right? Isn't that right? Right? Where were 5 years ago? It was 2015. Where did it go? Right? The young guys, I'm not talking to you right now. You don't even know. Right? But where do you want to be 5 years from now, folks? What type of quality of life do you want to have? Here's one and this is going to be participation. I want you guys to shout out at me. 1, 2 words at the most. What do you want out of the next 5 years of investing into a career, into a legacy, into what you're doing? What's important about it to you? I want to hear some words. What was that? Freedom. Happiness. Freedom. I can't hear you in the back. I'm sorry. Growth. What else? Crystal. I got her with a mouthful. All right. So you guys understand what we're talking about here. There's a lot we can go after money, we can go after fame, we can go after all kinds of things, but what's real? Right? That growth, that happiness, that fulfillment, that making a difference, and then everything else comes with that, right? So if we look at what can we put our kids through college, maybe we can have the nice house, maybe we want to have big vacations, maybe we want a car, fast car, things like that, maybe we want to travel. All of those things are great. But it comes out of the first part of family and happiness and quality of life and giving to the community and doing what we got to do to be the complete you and be who you were supposed to be. This stuff is just the reward for becoming who you're supposed to do. It's not the focus about this stuff. The focus on this stuff, that people trip you up. Life trips you up. But you focus on the right stuff, and you're rewarded. Does that make sense? Yes. Sometimes we get caught up in our mindset about money, right? And I want you to think about it this way. Shift your paradigm about money. Sometimes we struggle because we're carrying a bad image of money, right? However, what if money is nothing more than the outer... Let me say it the other way. Success is nothing more than service. Money is a reward for success. Success is nothing more than service to other people, and service to other people is nothing more than the outer expression of love. So when you shift your paradigm, you're focusing on the wrong end of the deal, right? Okay, so what are the chances your income are going from where it is today to where you want it to be 5 years from now if you just keep doing what you're doing right now, if you didn't make a change? Okay? How much did you think about this number? Please don't shout it out. How much did you earn in the last 12 months? Get that number in your mind. And how much do you want to earn in the next 12 months or need to? Is there a difference? Do you know what that difference is called? That difference is called personal and professional development. You increase your value you bring to the marketplace will pay you more. How about that? Okay. What are the chances with a structure, with a system, with a support, with a mentorship, with a one-team mentality working with a company like iLeverage can get you to where you want to be, and maybe it's just the vehicle to get you to your dreams, to your goals. You know, to build that orphanage, to help people, to do whatever it is you want to do, right? Some of these people that are legends today, that's what they were focused on. They weren't chasing the money. They were about making a difference in lives, right? Become the next legend, but do it right. Y'all heard of the book Think and Grow Rich? Yeah? Right? What's the most important page in the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill? Page 36, right? Page 36. It lays it out right there on one page. Fix in your mind exactly what it is you desire. What are you focused on? Clarity. Get that fixed in your mind, exactly what that is. Right? Some of these young guys, they got some clarity. Right? They got some real reasons. Determine what you intend to give in return. What effort are you willing to put out? He talked about massive determined action. Right? Key word being massive. Establish a definite date. When do you want this by? What is the date? Is it 2 years? Is it 3 years? Is it 5 years? Depends on that goal. Do you have a 6-month goal that leads to your 12-month, that leads to your 2-year, that leads to your 5-year, that leads to your 10-year, that leads to your legacy? Do you have it that well spelled out? Right? Create a plan to achieve that a strategy, a plan. Who's operating off of a written business plan right now? A written life plan? Or do you have some goals you want to kind of hit, but then there's that 5-year blink, right? There's that 5-year blink. Put the plan in writing. We just talked about that. And then read the statement out loud. It's called auto-suggestion. There's a whole chapter on it in this book. That's how important it is. Reading it and programming it into your mind. When was the last time you upgraded the software on your computer, when was the last time you upgraded? On a regular basis, right? When was the last time you upgraded this? Are you running programs that somebody else installed years ago? You think about that. Right? Life's battles don't always, right? They don't go always to the stronger person. A lot of times, we don't even know how strong we are until we're challenged. Right? And I know there's some people out here with some challenges. And we've been through it, and we're going through it, and you're going to keep being faced with it. So what are you going to do with it? That's where you find your strength. That's where you find it. It doesn't go to the stronger or faster, but it goes to the person who doesn't quit. It goes to the one who thinks he can. That's the difference. Right? If you catch yourself saying things like, man, I can't do this because of that. I can't do that. I can't. You are self-defeating, cutting yourself off. You need to change that word, delete can't out of your life, and change the word to how. Because can't turns your mind off. It shuts your brain down, and it doesn't even try. But when you change the question from, man, I can't do this because of all this stuff that's going, because of the pandemic. Man, it's ridiculous. Right? How can I do this despite of? With these challenges I'm facing, how can I do this? Right? That's what we got to think. I know people with stage 4 cancer still trying to push forward in business. I know people just got toes cut off from diabetes, still up there trying to still laying in the hospital going, okay, we got to get this lead system going. How can I do this despite? Right? A lot of people walking around dead mentally because they can't. They made that decision. Nobody else. Make sense? So what is your attitude? When we talk about attitude, a lot of times people get caught up in positive mental attitude and everything's cool, everything's wonderful, Pollyanna, You know, you start singing with the flowers and dancing and stuff. No. Your attitude is somebody who has a can-do attitude. That's what we're looking for. Someone who's going to find a way over it, around it, under it, or through it. Right, Dundee?
Exactly.
We're going to adapt and overcome. There's a Marine back there. Right? You can't let your feelings control your actions. Because that'll kill you. That'll get you dead. Okay? 100% commitment to having a positive, enthusiastic attitude at all times. And like I just said, that is a can-do, obstacle overcoming. I'm just getting warmed up, started up, and I ain't gonna quit attitude. That makes sense? Right? Because here's what happens, and I'll tell this is very real in my life. Life knocks you down. And it's knocked me down. And people have knocked me down. But I'm going to tell you this, I will always get up. Here's what they don't know. Here's what life doesn't know. Every time I get up stronger. Don't ever lay there. Right? I actually literally said this to a guy once. Keep knocking me down. Keep knocking me down. Do it again. Because every time I get up, I'm going to get up stronger. I'm going to get up and I'm going to succeed way past you. Makes sense? So bring it on, 2020. Right? Bring it on. We got this. All right? Avoid being a cynical, selfish, pessimistic person. Right? Avoid that. We tend to do that because it's out of fear. We tend to do that because it's like we go into the survival mode. But the reality is the only way to survive is by reaching out and helping others. Right? That's it. By reaching out and helping others lifts you up. Anybody in here got random text messages from me that are just kind of positive, supportive? Hey, how you doing? I appreciate you. Right? Anybody on our teams got those? Yeah. Can I tell you a secret? What? I don't know who I'm going to hit with those. I don't know who is going to change. I get people calling me that are in tears for something that I thought of that I said I need to share this, and I don't know who it is. I hit somebody different every time. But I'm gonna open up to you right now, and I'm gonna share something personal. When I send those, the reason I send those is because I need picking up. It's because I need to pick me up, and there's nobody to do it really. And I'm not going to share that out there, but I've learned that the best, fastest way for me to get on track, for me to get this right, is to focus on other people. And when I pick them up, guess what comes back? Tenfold. Right? So I want to think about that. Quit the cynical stuff. This world is full of it. Right? Literally, full of it. All right. So, 100% commitment to having a positive, enthusiastic attitude at all times. It's a battle. How can I do that? Remember, I can't. I'm feeling bad. I feel sick. I don't feel right. I'm down. I'm tired. How can I do it anyway? Right? Avoid that we just talked about. Okay, people are the creators of their own misfortune because of the negative thoughts that they're allowing themselves to have. Okay, if I have a minute, I might go through a little quick exercise with y'all. Always look and act the part. Get up, dress up. Right? I know a lot of us are working from home in our jammies. Right? Right? Always look for the best in people. Everybody's got flaws. Everybody's got weaknesses. Don't be the critic. Find the gold. Be the gold finder. Right? And quit judging other people because they sin differently than you. Make sense? Right? Have a no excuses mentality. Get that can't out of there. You just got to be creative. The how do I do this turns on the creativity button. All right? Don't major in the minor things. Don't let that weigh you down. Keep that big picture. That's why we got the repetition of your goals, the repetition of the dreams, the repetition of the difference we got to make, so our family doesn't lose their home, so they can be taken care of, so they, right? Yeah. Fight off accepting that petty value systems of all these self-pitying people out there. Here's what changed my life. I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say it anyway. Here's what changed my life in this business. I've been real estate and insurance licensed for 25 years. Okay, back and forth, teeter-totter between the two businesses, and it's been great. About 5 years ago, I think it was about 2015, I had a client. It was one of my first real estate clients. Bought a house. They're still there. He also bought a couple of life insurance policies from me back then. His wife, at 46 years old, 5 years ago, taking their daughter up to UC Davis, started to feel like she was getting a flu, not feeling well. Guys, long story short, in 5 days, she passed away. There was a rare virus attacking her brain. 5 days. Thank God they had the insurance because they didn't lose the house. It was a 2-income family. That same month, it was May, my niece, who was about the same age in Florida, not my client, husband had a heart attack at 50 years old and was gone in 3 hours. With no life insurance, after 10 years of marriage, she was just able to get him to be convinced to buy it, but he said, well, I'll do it in May, let me just pay off this last debt. Died without it. She lost just about everything without the family coming around. She's happily remarried today. She's a PhD professor, teaches English at college, right? She's got a blessed life now, but that was a hard time, and I took it very personally. Because in that same 30 days, I had a client who was protected, and I had a family member who wasn't. Make sense? So what are we doing out there, and what is our attitude and our why? Our work ethic. I'll go faster here. We had attitude, self-discipline. Don't let your feelings determine how you're going to work and what you're going to do that day. Be the epitome leader of an action habit. Be an action-oriented person, because that action will change your feelings. People think they'll act when they feel the right energy to act, and they'll act. But they don't understand that you take the action, it controls your feelings. You allow your feelings to control your actions, but the action will shift your feelings. Right, if you want to learn how to do that. Be committed to never missing the meeting, the webinar, the event. Because you're going to hear something, that one gold nugget, that's going to change your business, if not your life. I'm hitting somebody here today. I don't know who. Right? Don't miss the meeting. Because you miss the 5th number in a 5-number combination lock, and it might not come around for 5 more years. Right? 10 2-letter words. If it is to be, it is up to me. If it is to be, it is up to me. This is my last slide, but what I want to do is I want to do just a quick 2-minute exercise with you guys. What is it that is stopping you or slowing you down to hit your goals between now and the end of this year, for this year? What is it that's slowing you down? I want to hear it. One word. Yourself? What, if you had to identify, what's one thing that's slowing you down right now? Mentality? More specifically. Well, is it leads? Is it trying to get in front of people? Is it, what is it? Yeah. Here's what I want to share with you guys. This is what it is. The only reason that's stopping you or slowing you down right now is BS. It's your belief system. What were you thinking? Your belief system. We talked about action. We talked about feelings. If you think about what is your perception of what's going on this year, what is your perception of your life, what is your perception of what's stopping you, that's determining how you think about it. And how you think about it is causing how you feel about it. And how you feel about it is making you take weak action. And those weak actions are causing weak results and reaffirming your original perception. What if you just shortcut the thoughts? Not going to listen to that. Ignore the feeling and went straight to the action that you know you should be taking, and do it anyway. Get a stronger result. Change your perception, change your thinking, change your feelings, get better, and change that cycle. That's what I want to leave you with, and think about that. Make sense? All right, guys.